Well, good evening. Wonky Astronomer here. I'm just going to check whether my audio is working. It is working. And what about my sound effects?
Good evening.
I think it's working. Ooh, and there's an alert. 10 minutes. I think it's working. All right. So I'm here tonight for 3 events. The first one is an occultation of the bright star Antares by the moon, followed by occultation by an asteroid, and then Antares will reappear. And all that will happen in the space of an hour. Now, I only learned about this Antares occultation a couple of hours ago when my colleague Dave emailed me and said, this is happening. We're already announced for the asteroid occultation, but he alerted me to this lunar occultation of Antares. Now you can see it there. Let's have a look. Wait a minute. Is my pointer working? Hang on. There it is on the telescope view there. So there's Antares, and it's getting very close to the moon, or the moon's getting close to it. Now this is going to happen in about 8 minutes. Got my timer there up in the top left. Antares D. I know it says asteroid there in the column heading, but I didn't anticipate a lunar occultation. I don't normally do lunar occultations, so that's why it says asteroid there. But Antares D means the disappearance of Antares. So let's just zoom in on our simulation here. See how that looks. The simulation is probably going to be a little bit off. I'm not sure if it accounts for the varying size of the moon as it varies in distance from the Earth, so it might be a little bit off in the timing. Now, here's the question. What exposure am I going to use? Oh, Dave's online. Dave says, wait a minute, I can show it here. There's the chat. Antares PT for the D. I think he means OT. Right, doing something strange here. Say hi, Dave. ask him what exposure he's using, because I don't really know, because it's going to be so close to the limb, the bright limb of the moon, that I don't know what exposure to use. It might be hard to even see it. Let's zoom in a bit. I wonder if I should use the zoom like that. Okay, wait a minute. Dave is using 1/500th and 7 dB. 1/500th. Okay. Let me try that. 7 dB, right. Very low gain.
5 minutes.
Moon's very overexposed. I think I might go to 1,000th. Wait a minute. Why am I missing? I've been
4
out.
minutes.
Yeah, for some reason my camera got disabled and you couldn't hear what I was saying. Teething problems here. Okay, Dave is not using Zoom, but he's at F5. Yeah, see what I'm trying to do here is just a moment. Okay. I think I had the wrong scene selected. That's why I disappeared.
3
Okay.
minutes.
Oh, 3 minutes. Bear in mind this is only possible. Only possible? Wait a minute, I'm confused. Okay. One thousandth at, what is it? 7 dB.
Two minutes.
Right, I think I know what I did wrong before. I clicked on the wrong thing. Okay. All right, I'm recording, and I'm recording, and we're getting very close. Okay, look how close that star is to the limb of the moon there. This is going to be tricky because it is right next to the bright edge of the moon.
$60.
60 seconds. This number could be
50 seconds.
very approximate.
$40.
It's sort of merging. I don't think
30 seconds.
I don't think this is going to be easy. It's just merging. I think I'll zoom in.
20 seconds. 15 seconds.
No. I'm not going to see
10,
that.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Plus 5. Plus 10. Plus 15. Plus 20.
All right. On the simulation, it's still there. See that? Oh no,
Plus 30.
it's gone behind.
Plus 40.
So Dave says gone. I'll say gone too.
Plus 50.
But I didn't see it go.
Plus 60.
It merged into the bright limb. So that was a failure. Now, I'm sure it'll be easier to see the reappearance. Yeah, Dave says the R will be better. That's the reappearance. Very true. Okay, on to, what's it called? NZ47. Dot, dot, dot. Okay, let's go to NZ47. What I'll do is switch to horizon coordinates. That gives me a better idea of where it is. Now you can see my mouse pointer does appear on the sky map, but it's not very big. So that's where we're pointed now, basically at the moon. This asteroid is down here. And we've got 21 minutes. So I'm going to select that in my list. Okay. Right, it stopped recording. It goes black when it stops recording, stops or starts. Okay, so I'll send the telescope to it. Let's watch Let's watch the telescope move. It's not very far. We can hear crickets and stuff from the dome camera there. Okay, I might bring the exposure up to something more suitable for stars, and we might see some stars going by as we slew the scope. Okay, I will send it now.
20 minutes.
Okay, it's moving. It's probably too bright, isn't it? Okay, there's stars. Turn off the zoom. It might be that this position in the sky is slightly blocked. Let me just check. First of all, that I've got, like, the dome's not blocking the scope. See, I think it is a little bit there. Move it a bit. That's better. Move it left. Okay. So now I'll switch back to equatorial coordinates. Zoom in. So we're zooming in here. Now, does that field match? Yes, it does. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. So that's the star there. I think this one's going to be a little bit hard to find. Okay. Those three stars there in a little line. See those on the chart. I think I'll bring the noise down a bit. Okay. That one. Okay, I see that one. Okay, I think it might be this one here. Yeah. There's a bright one just to the right of it. Let me zoom in. Oh, wait a minute. I think I'm seeing those two, which I think are those two on the map. And then wow. The target itself is actually above and to the left of those. This is tricky. I think I have to zoom in. I need more exposure. Hang on. Center that. and then zoom in. This is digital zoom, of course. Oh, I think the target's somewhere there. Okay.
$15.
Yeah. What does Dave say? He says he's on target at 4 frames integration. That's what I'm on. Let me go to 8. Holy cow. Yeah, I think see that bright one there? There's one just above and to the left of it. Okay. I think that is it. It's very hard to see. Hang on. Yep, I think it's there. Yep. Okay. What exposure can I use for this? Start with maximum gain. Actually, what I'll do, drop the gamma. Okay. At least 2F. Let's go to 4F. I can see it, but it's very noisy. Let's go to 8F. What's the duration on this? 0.8 is the maximum duration. I'll say OT on target. I'm at 8F, 29 dB. I don't like this one. I have 3 viewers. If you're a viewer, put a comment. Tell me who you are or where you are. Haven't seen any UFOs yet. My UFO count is still 0. I'm a little worried about that dome getting close to the, or the scope getting close to the dome there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to manually rotate it a bit.
10 minutes.
Because I've reached the limit, the limit of my left-right adjustment. I think it needs to go a bit further left. So I'll do that. Right. It didn't improve the image. So I think it wasn't, the dome wasn't impinging. Okay, I can see that target reasonably well, but it is noisy. Okay, I should record my camera settings for future reference, which I'll do using a screenshot. I wonder if you can see this. This is my full screen view. So I'll just grab a screenshot there and I'll put an arrow on it. Ooh, hang on. Okay, put that arrow pointing at the target. That's for future reference. So I'll know which star was being occulted. Oops. That's my full screen view. That's the screen I'm actually seeing. It is a bit cluttered. So that's why I organize it a bit more neatly, like this. Oh, there's a comment from Bill. Looks like a difficult one. Indeed. As I said, I don't like it. Bill is a prolific occultation observer. More prolific than anyone, perhaps, in the world. It's incredibly prolific. What do we got? 6 minutes? 7 minutes? Yeah, I think part of the problem with this one is that we're pretty close to the moon. I haven't shown the Occult Watcher data for this one, but yeah, so probability is 43% for me. I think Dave is more in the path than I am. His probability is 51%. That doesn't show up on the stream. And so the uncertainty is 2 seconds, which we see here. Maximum duration is 0.8. In about 5 years, I might reach Paul Maley's total, Bill says. Right, yeah, I wasn't sure who was number one in total, but I think Bill will reach that. whatever it is. We're going to get a 5-minute alert here. Let's listen.
5 minutes.
Just checking if those alerts are coming through on the audio. Seems they are. All right, let's go back. Let's check the telescope there. It looks like it's... I've actually unslaved the dome, so it's not tracking the scope anymore. I had to do that so I could get a bit more adjustment on it. So I have to be careful not to let it, not to let the scope be blocked by the dome. Once you've unslaved it,
4 minutes.
it's a bit difficult to slave it again without going back to the park position. Okay, we're getting an audio alert every minute now. They get more frequent as we get closer to event time. Let's have a look at the sky. That's my all sky cam. The bright thing there at the top is the moon, of course, and the area where this target is actually a occult watcher will tell me how far away it is. It's 27 degrees from the moon. So the sky looks pretty bright. Looks like there's a little bit of cloud drifting across there, and there might be a bit of dew forming on the perspex dome above the camera there.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. How's the target looking? It's not too bad. Wide view of the telescope there. Looks like there's a light shining on the inside of the dome. And there is. That's the light, the infrared light from the camera that's mounted on the telescope. It should turn off when I switch to this view, because I'm not using that camera right now. Camera that's lighting that up. I find though that it doesn't cause any problem as long as the dome isn't impinging on the telescope view. There you go, it turned off there.
2 minutes.
And telescope view didn't change. Let's drink some water. Yeah, well, I think the highlight of tonight's viewing will be the reappearance of Antares. And in fact, Antares B, the small companion, Dave told me, will appear 5 seconds before the main star. So it'll be interesting if I can see that. I have no idea what exposure to use for it. Coming up to 1 minute.
60 seconds.
All right, I'll put the mouse pointer on the target now.
50 seconds.
So it's that one. It's not that one, the bright one, but the one just above and to the left of it.
40 seconds. 30 seconds.
Okay, it went black there. That means it started recording.
20 seconds. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Plus 5. Plus 10.
I think that was a miss. I didn't see anything
Plus
obvious
15.
there. Let's
Plus
see.
20.
Let's see what Dave says. Waiting for a message from Dave.
Plus 30.
Stop recording. Right.
Plus 40.
Well, I should tell Dave what it.
Plus 50.
Miss, I think.
Plus 60.
Miss for Dave as well. Dang. Dang. All right. On to Antares R. All right. I'm going to unzoom. Dave says nothing obvious. Yeah, I mean, there could have been something there, but with that amount of noise, it is hard to tell. So let's go to. I'm going to switch to horizon coordinates again. Zoom out. That brown line there's my horizon. It's obviously not accurate because it's showing that target below the horizon, but I was able to see it. I haven't updated that in a long time. So let's go to Antares. Okay. And hit the go to. Let's just watch the scope move.
30 minutes.
Now, remember I unslaved the dome. So it didn't slew. I have to do it manually. Well, I mean, I'm using the software, but I have to manually choose. Oh. By chance, the dome's not blocking it. I'll just check. Right, that looks reasonable. Now we're tracking to the left, so my best bet is to move it to the left a bit. Keep moving it to the left until it starts impinging. Until it starts affecting the image. And then as the scope tracks to the right, it'll get better. Got a lot of leeway there, actually. Okay. You can actually see the moon in that image through the shutter of the dome. Bill says at least give Tangra a try. Yep, I will. Tangra is the software for that we use for generating light curves. I always run my misses through Tangra to make sure they really are misses, even when it looks obvious. Yeah, you can see the moon there through the dome shutter. I'll just go back to the wide view of the scope there. We've got how long? We've got 27 minutes until Antares Reappearance. Let me look up Antares B. What's the magnitude of Antares B? Oh, 5. So the main component's +1 and B is +5.4. So that's still pretty bright. Okay, we might have a good chance of spotting it reappear just before the main star. Now, I've sent the scope to Antares, not to the moon, and it was it had Antares centered before. I synced on it, I think. Wait a minute, did I sync on it? I'm not sure. All right, what I might do then, let's look at Sky Safari. I might sync on another star nearby. See, the problem with reappearances is you don't know exactly where it's going to reappear. It'll reappear like somewhere here, probably. Hang on. Why's my mouse suddenly got small? Somewhere here, in that dark bit, where the dark limb of the moon is, it'll appear. But exactly where, you don't know until, well, I can check it on the simulation. But what I'd like is for it to be right in the center of the field. Okay, let's pick that star there. Alniat. I'll send the scope to that and sync on it. There it is. Center that. Just center it by eye. Now it's all to synchronize on that. Okay, so now when I send it to Antares, it should be spot on. This mount's pretty good. So I'll send it back to Antares. It's going to blow out because of the moon there. Exposure down. Okay, so Antares should be right in the middle of that frame there. Now, the orientation on the map there is wrong because I'm in horizon coordinates. Go back to equatorial. And that gives me the correct orientation, and also that green box is roughly my field of view. Bill's clouded out. Otherwise, he could have a go at it as well. And Leon says, pretty. Yeah, it's quite a nice view of the moon there. This camera is not ideal for this sort of thing, for looking at the moon. It's a little bit, it's low resolution. One I use for occultations. That's not too bad. Okay, we have 22 minutes. So, still thinking about what exposure to use. I can see the dark limb of the moon there. There, see? If I bring exposure up even more, yeah, okay. But if I go too high, it totally blows out. I'm just thinking about getting the exposure right for the companion star, Mag 5. See, that's 1/120th of a second at very low gain. I'm not sure I see a Mag 5 star at that setting. I've moved the bright part of the moon out of the frame. Does that even help? I can actually see a star there.
20 minutes.
Just off the limb. There. Oh, it's hard to spot. There. Yep. Leon says the lighting on the Montes Apenninus is nice currently. That mountain range in the center. Right. Oh. There's a star right off the limb. That must have just come out, whatever that is. Let me see in here. Maybe it's that one. That one there. Now, come on, highlight it. Having a bit of trouble here. Okay. Okay. It's that star. Now that's Mag 9. Okay. If that's Mag 9, and I can see it at these settings, then I should be laughing. Let me just wind time back a little bit to see, just make sure that star just disappeared. Yeah, oh, hang on. This is too coarse. Let's go 5 seconds. Yep, it just came out about a couple of minutes ago. Yep. All right, well, I think I'm going to use that setting because that works for Mag 9, so it should work for Mag 5. I just hope the Mag 5 isn't too bright. Oh no, it should be fine. And then the Mag 1 will come out a few seconds later. So I think we're laughing. But where will it come out? I can actually check it on here. Antares. Okay. It's going to come out near the top there. Let me drink some water. The cricket stopped. I like the sound of those crickets. So I need to position it. So that part's visible. This could be tricky actually. Okay. I can reduce the exposure. That's now a 250th of a second. But I can still see that Mag 9 star there. And Antares is going to appear up here somewhere. If I go one step even lower. I can still see it. That might be even better. Blows it out less.
15 minutes.
I'll send it to Antares again with the go-to. Okay. So Antares should be pretty much in the center of the frame now. And I think this exposure should be good for both components. Okay, on the simulation there it's showing Antares just popping out, but that is not current time. Set it back to current time. Okay. You can see the little crosshairs there showing where Antares is, even though it's hidden. So it's just almost on the terminator. All right, I think I'm ready. So I think I'll take a short break. I'll come back in, how long have we got? 13 minutes. I'll come back in about 8 minutes. Okay. I'm back. I noticed that the image there from the scope was frozen for a little while there. Oh, hang on. Audio from the other computer. Yeah, it was frozen for a little while. Sometimes that happens, but it's just, an artifact of the stream. It's not actually frozen. Like the feed from the scope isn't frozen. It's okay now. All right. So Dave's at a 50th of a second. I'm at a 500th. I can see the dark limb and a Mag 9 star nearby. That's a big difference though, 50th of a second. See, if I go to a 50th of a second, I get that. Now, I am at F2, whereas Dave is at F5, I think. So that might be the reason. I think I'm okay.
3 minutes.
Okay, it started recording. I'm recording for 6 minutes. Because I wasn't sure how accurate this prediction is. It's probably pretty accurate. No UFOs yet. Probably won't see any at this exposure. You need a longer exposure to see UFOs, generally. At least the ones I've seen. Let's check the all sky. The sky looks very bright, doesn't it? I think there is dew on the on the little dome there. Don't have a dew heater in that.
2 minutes.
Telescope. I'll get the simulation on because we may see. We'll see it reappear in the simulation and also on the real view. Just over a minute to go. All right. Better start watching seriously. It's going to reappear, I think,
60 seconds.
Somewhere around there. Okay, but I'll take the mouse pointer off it
50 seconds.
because I'm not really sure where exactly.
40 seconds. 30 seconds. 20 seconds. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Oh, yes.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Oh, got them both.
Plus 5.
Very nice.
Plus 10.
And that first one was quite bright, brighter than I expected.
Plus 15.
Dave says,
Plus 20.
bam. Bam 2. Sorry, bam 2.
Plus 30.
Got both easily.
Plus 40. Plus 50.
Great. Bill says, well done. Thank you.
Plus 60.
All right, that's it. That was the most exciting part of the whole session, as I expected. It's going to continue recording for another minute or so. Analyze later, Dave says. Yep. Indeed. Sleep time now. Because it's almost 3 a.m. here. Ashley says that was nice and easy on my old eyes. Good. Yeah, that was one of the nicest looking events I've seen for a long time. As I said, I don't normally do lunar occultations, but they can be quite spectacular. All right, well, I'll end the stream now, or shall I keep it going while I park the scope? Might as well. So what I'll do is disconnect from the planetarium, Sky Safari, and I'll send the scope to the 0 position. Wait a minute. Actually, before I do that, I'll have another look at the moon. Should look at the moon while I'm here. Ooh, it was just stopped recording there. I'll see how. Oh, what's going on? Why is that moving? It didn't stop when I released the button. Yeah, I'll just see how much I can reduce. Oh, it's not tracking. It stopped tracking. What happened? Oh, it's because I chose send to 0 position. That stops it tracking. Yeah, let's have a look at the moon. And look at that. I can see the moon reasonably well exposed and Antares at the same time. Nice. Can't beat the moon. I should take a screenshot of my settings before I shut down. Just take a screenshot of that. Hang on. There you go. Oops. Just dragging that screenshot into an appropriate folder. All right. I think I'll shut down now. Let's go back to this view. I will set the exposure back to something where I can see stars. And I'll send it to 0 position. Oh, the dome camera timed out. There you go, it's moving. Now I'll have to send the dome manually. Send it to about 165 degrees. I parked the scope pointing at the South Celestial Pole, so 180 degrees, but the dome, I'll leave that a little bit to the left of that because it's easier to close. I have to close it manually. So I reach up and pull on that handle. There you can see some stars. All right, that's it. Now I'll just go out and close the dome. So I'll finish the stream now. Thanks for watching, all 3 of you. And see you again some other time. Bye.